Hi, fellow unicorns. Oh God, no, I don't have anything in my teeth. It's what is it? August 15th, 2017, at 11:33 p.m. And okay, so I I thought about making a video about one. Damn, it's cold up in this bitch. Holy crap. Now I have to be quiet. Awkward. I can't wait until I live alone and I can just be as loud as I want whenever I want. I need to turn this back on. This is just awkward now. Okay. So, a while ago, I thought about the simple notion that for me, when it comes to acting, my borderline traits don't really kick in specifically with the taking like rejection type thing. And I thought it was interesting because I remember like making like a very short observation like that in therapy, or rather my therapist did, because we were just talking about like how I didn't get a role or something, and I was just like, oh, whatever, I don't really care. And she's like, I noticed that like with you with acting, like you don't like take it hard or whatever. And so the reason that I just thought to make this video, that I actually think I had something more to say, because like you guys know, I never plan out my videos. I literally just start fucking talking and whatever pops out happens and is on the internet forever. But so I think the reason I want to share this is because this situation is very specific to me as a human being, as having borderline personality disorder, and then also being like in the entertainment industry and being an actor. So, like I said, I realized like literally 5 seconds ago that I think my borderline plays a part in me being an actor in the sense of like validation. And to expand on that, the specific reason is like I just got a whole batch of headshots emailed to me from a session that I did on Saturday, and they are so fucking cool. Like they're 5 different looks, like 5 different like kind of characters and personas, and like I'm really proud, first of all, of like my friend that did them, because they're like amazing quality pictures, and he's just like an amazing human being, and the pictures are just great. But then like seeing the different like looks and stuff that are different from how I dressed as a human being is exciting. So maybe I'll like upload them to Imager and put a link in the description so you guys can look at them, because I'm really proud of them and I think they're really cool. But so here's the thing. I, as a human being, just me being Rylan, this lighting, I'm like all over the place. I'm sorry, you guys. I constantly need like validation as a human being, like especially like specifically when it comes to like relationships with people, whether it be like friendships or whatever, especially romantic relationships. I constantly need validation that like people want to be my friend, people, I don't know, validation that like I'm not good enough to be around, but like validation that like that someone wants to be my friend because like I'm a nice person or whatever, and I want to hear that like, I don't know, because I guess I do feel that with acting. Like I think as all artists we kind of feel insecure to a degree. Like I feel insecure all the time about my life and certainly about acting. But yeah, I guess like I do look for validation in acting. But the thing is, as soon as I get it, like if someone does tell me like, oh my God, that was amazing or whatever, I'm always just like, ugh, like I'm not good at accepting compliments. And like, I'm in like a really interesting situation in my career right now where I signed with a manager, and that in itself is like a huge validation of, like you're on the right path, you're doing something right, you know what I mean? Um, but I found that it's interesting that, like, as I uploaded these headshots, like, a half hour ago, I'm just, like, looking for, like, people to comment and be like, oh, these are so good, or, like, I really love these pictures, and, like, a couple people have commented, but, like, it's so stupid that, like, I tie my worth into what other people think of me, and I think one of the biggest, like, validation struggles that I am aware of is, like, my classmates when I was at school. Um, I all I wanted to do was, like, fit in with these 30 people that I went to school with, and I didn't. I really didn't have any friends. I felt like an outsider. I had a really hard time. I just was like, it wasn't like a great time there. And I think all I wanted, and now that, sorry, someone's texting me. All I wanted was, like, for people to like me, and, like, I don't like admitting this, especially if, like, some of my classmates, like, are watching this video, like, secretly and just, like, don't tell me that they watch my videos, but, like, all I ever wanted at that school, and now that I'm done with school still, is to be validated by my classmates that I'm just as good as them, that I am talented, that I am a good actor. And, like, the thing about, like, the acting conservatory that I went to, it's a very, very prestigious school. And because of that, like, the caliber of people that they let in are at, like, a certain level of, like, skill. You know what I mean? Like, and they train you to be a professional. And so, you know, you get feedback and criticism from your teachers, you know, and you'll hear, like, that was really great, like, you know, way to go, but, like, here's how we can tweak it or whatever. But, like, never in my experience has anyone ever, like, said, you know, you're going to be a star, you're going to be famous, you're the most talented out of anyone. Like, you don't hear that. And, like, there aren't classmates who say that either. There aren't people that are, like, maybe behind the scenes, I don't know, because I can certainly think of people in my class that I think are, like, the most talented and are just like, what the fuck, you know? So I'm rambling. This literally makes no sense. I guess what I'm trying to say is I seek validation from my peers when it came to my acting school that I was good enough and talented enough. And that is a quality that me as Rylan, I have in my life as well. But the difference is that I don't take rejection the same way. When I get rejected in real life, I fall apart and I am just a mess. Like, you know, one of the prime examples that I've mentioned a shit ton of times is that I started self-harming because someone didn't text me back for 13 hours. I thought that they hated me and that they were abandoning me, and I felt rejected. And I took that really hard, and I fell into a spiral for 3 months. But I don't experience that feeling when I don't get a part. You know what I mean? And I don't know why that is. I don't know. I think maybe it's just because subconsciously I've learned after all the years of, like, being an actor that it really doesn't have anything to do with, like, you or your talent. But I'm not, like, cognizant of that anymore. I'm just like, okay, I didn't get the part, whatever, like, next. You know what I mean? Because I can't imagine if I was, like, super sensitive and, like, cried about every part that I didn't get, because I would just be like a puddle on the floor, you know what I mean? I'd never get out of bed. But yeah, I think that's interesting that the rejection doesn't bother me, but the validation piece of it is still there, and wanting to hear from my peers and stuff and other people that, like, that I am a good actor and stuff like that. I don't know, it's weird. I'm trying to think of the other, like, symptoms of BPD, and yeah, that's about it. That's about it. The validation is the same across the board, and that yeah, that's really detrimental as, like, a performer, because you need to be, like, solid in yourself of the fact that you are talented and that you're capable of great things and stuff like that. And if you're constantly looking around the room, like waiting to see who's gonna pat you on the back, like that's not a good way. I'm not saying I'm at that level, but it's kind of shitty to constantly need to believe that I'm good enough through other people's opinions about me, that I can't just like sit in myself and say like, no, you're good. You know what I mean? I don't know if this made any sense. I feel like this was just a lot of talking, but welcome to my channel.